shine like a diamond. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful week so far. It is Thursday, which is my thoughts with me video. So today's topic I'm going to get to in just a minute. It's not like super heavy or anything. It's more of a serious topic more than last week. Last week we just kind of I went over some videos and stuff, but really quick from last week, I just have to say, when I was talking about cabin fever, or cabin in the woods, sorry. When I was talking about cabin in the woods, I was completely mistaken. I actually meant, what the movie I was talking about was Cabin in the Woods. Not, yeah. Okay, let me say that again. The movie I was talking about was Cabin Fever, not Cabin in the Woods. Cabin Fever is a movie where I believe it's four teenagers go into this cabin, and there's this disease that kind of overtakes them and they freak out and everything. Cabin in the Woods is completely different. It is about, is it five young adults that go out to this cabin, and it's a very in-depth plot. The ending is a really weird twist, but it starts out where you see, it's almost like they're on this reality TV show kind of a thing. But it turns out to be a lot more than that. I really can't say much without giving it away. But I actually rewatched it because I knew I had seen it, and I was like, dang, what was that movie? I don't remember. Anyways, I remembered within the first 5 seconds of turning the movie on. I watched it anyways, because, I hadn't seen it in a while, so why not? And I like watching movies that I've already seen, when I'm working or diamond painting or doing something. I don't have to pay attention to it quite as much. I'm super excited to be where I am right now. First of all, I haven't diamond painted for 2 days because I've been working. And my desk has been covered and stuff. I could have taken the time and diamond painted, but it was just that my desk was covered in cover minders, and so yeah, so I haven't diamond painted in a few days, and I was like, I'm so glad that I'm gonna I have to record this video because now I can diamond paint. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm really happy to get to her dress. Yeah, I've been doing the border so far, which is really pretty. I know it's kind of hard to see with everything on it, but the border, the colors and everything, gorgeous colors. Love it. But I'm really excited to get to this. Yeah, that dress. Oh my gosh, the dress. Definitely going to be customizing it a little bit, but I won't be doing that until a little bit later. Typically, when I haven't customized a ton of paintings. I usually do just a little tweaking, but this one, I'm gonna do it normal, and then I'm gonna go and I'll go back and change stuff. Yeah, so I'm wondering how. I don't remember when I put new wax in my pen, to be honest, and I think I need new wax. I'm trying to pick up a couple drills here, and I'm kind of thinking I need some wax. Wonder about the single's good, but my multi-placer definitely needs some. Yeah. Anyways, I don't remember even when I did it last because, like I said, it's been a few days since I've diamond painted, so my pen's just, been sitting out, but, yeah. Anyways, I did change. I took the Not Your Mama's Mud, and she had it in, I don't even know where it went. Here it is. So she puts it in this thing right here, which is fine. It works. No problem. Just twists off, but it's kind of it's thicker because it's in here. And when I use my multi-placer, I don't need that much. I don't need it to be thick. to put it down. And so I actually I took it out of that and I put it into my, this is the case that the dental wax came in. And so I smushed it down in here really nice, so it's like nice and flat. And it's much better because it's that like perfect thickness for my multi-placer. Something else I noticed with this wax is that I have taken it out, like, because I'll take it out with my tweezers like this, and I can put the same wax like back in and it'll be like brand new wax. It's just like a different spot or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But this time I'm just going to get new wax because I don't want to have to try to do that right now. Right. So I went to the post office today. I did a live, actually, like, going to the post office. Wanted to do that for a while, and it was really fun to be able to, like, be live with you guys, showing you your packages being dropped off. So I got all those done, and then I came home and actually, I went to Joann's Fabrics. Then I went to the thrift store. Then I went to Michael's and then Hobby Lobby. So I had like a bunch of errands that I, did. Then I came home and worked some more and got the rest of the orders that need to go out like the next few days. I got them all done, so they will be going out tomorrow. Well, I got to finish one tomorrow because I was waiting for the tin to dry. So I couldn't package it yet, but it's already all done. It's just drying. So as soon as that dries, I'll be able to package that up and get that off to the mail. I won't go live tomorrow. I don't have enough, really. I'll do a short little video clip, but I won't go live. Yeah, because I'm not going to do that every single time. Dang it, my single placer was good when I first started. I might need new wax in that too, though. I usually put the wax in both at the same time, like when I switch it. So, but I definitely use my multi-placer more than my single placer. Even if I am putting only one drill down, I tend to use my multi-placer. Like I'll put one on each side. I'll go like this. So I have one on each side. Just see that? And so then I'll just take it and go 1, 2, and it's quicker because I'm not having to go back and forth from my tray as much. At least I feel like it's quicker. Anyways. So our topic today is, I just like yesterday decided I'm going to do my video on that because it just kind of struck I don't know. It wasn't a nerve. It struck something in me that I was like, that's something that I feel like should be talked about a little bit more. I wish I could read the email while I was doing this. I might be able to figure that out if I can grab our tablet. So, I guess our tablet's dead. Anyways, I was on Facebook, which I don't go on Facebook all that often, like, except for on my diamond painting stuff. Like, I don't really go on, like, my normal feed very often. But I was on Facebook, my normal, like, feed, and my mom had sent me this, like, she had forwarded something. And it was from middle school. It was from a middle school principal that had posted this about cell phones and yeah, all of this stuff. I'm going to actually find it because I feel like if I read it to you guys, it'll be a lot easier to then go in and talk about because I read it to my kids and it was just easier to kind of talk about. So I'm going to go find it. Okay, guys, I'm back. That took forever. As you can tell, I got a lot, like all that black done in the time that I was trying to fix something. So our internet wasn't working, so I had to call Comcast, fix that. Then, yeah, whatevs. Anyways, so I got my computer here and I'm gonna read you what this lady wrote. Now, keep in mind, everybody has different opinions for things, so if yours is different than this lady's or different than mine, that's okay. But in the comments below, please be respectful. Being respectful and nice about what you want to say. Okay, so it says warning, public education rant to parents. Parents, I am an assistant principal in a middle school, grades 6 to 8. Grade. My number one job is to create and sustain a school environment where both students and teachers feel safe physically, emotionally, and mentally. To teach, learn, innovate, and socialize. I take my job very seriously, as do my colleagues, and we work very hard to grow in our capacity to do our job on a daily basis. Hold on, I gotta get a drink really quick. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, okay. I can't begin to describe how much time I spend every day dealing with issues that stem from unsupervised cell phone usage by our students. In situations where I have to search a student's phone, I often feel sick to my stomach as to what I find. Highly inappropriate photos, videos, messages, social media usage, etc. The things our students are willing to try and be a part of at such a young age gets worse and worse every year. When I call parents to inform them of what is going on, I always ask them how often they search their kids' phones. The shock gets even worse when 90% say they hardly, if ever, and sometimes never, have checked the phones. And then they get upset with me, accusing me of lying to them about their kids' roles in situations that arise, or expect me to somehow fix the situation. Parents, it is your number one job as a parent to get in your kids' way at all times. Kids do not deserve privacy. You own their devices, not them. You should be having the hard conversations with them about life, relationships, their bodies, their futures, etc. It is your responsibility to provide social and emotional support, help build coping skills, and monitor their activities. And stop actively working against schools and start working with us. We are not the enemy. We are trying to fulfill the role of both parent and educator in many situations, and that is a very delicate and difficult line to walk. Here are 3 tips for getting in your child's way. Number 1, eat dinner as a family every night and actually talk. No devices allowed. Current research suggests that parents only spend about 8 minutes a day in conversation with their kids. That's unacceptable. Number 2, check their devices every single night. You need to learn how to navigate their world. Inform yourself on how to use certain apps. Keep up with what apps they're most downloaded and the App Store. Make your kids show you their content and conversations and explain to you what is going on. Then give them advice. Make content with them and be a part of their online presence. Number 3, create opportunities for them to have experiences. Take them to do things, see new things, learn new things. This not only strengthens their brain and development and emotional development, but builds resiliency in kids, but it also strengthens your relationship with them. And finally, do not let them take their phones into their rooms, shut their doors, and disappear for hours. Nothing ever good happens on the internet behind closed doors. It is by far the most dangerous place our students go every day. Please help us. Sincerely, this person. So that is the kind of topic that I'm going to kind of touch on today. I'm going to actually like kind of break it apart a little bit. Because it's not all. I don't agree with all of it, but I agree with a lot of it. My kids, if you're new to my channel, welcome, by the way. I have 2 kids. So I have Alex, who will be, oh shoot. No, I just put a hair down and I noticed another hair. My cat likes to get on my canvas. He's all up in everything, I swear. Everything he shouldn't be. Anyways. So I have 2 kids. Alex is going to be 14 in a couple weeks. Can't believe it. And Maddie is 10. She will be 11 in April. I always joke she's 10 going on 16 because she's very mature for her age. And she's already got that, 16-year-old attitude a little bit there. Starting to kick in. Anyways, so I'm right in this group she's talking about. My son is an 8th grader right now in middle school. And the things, first of all, my kid, I know, we talk way more than 8 minutes a day. Like, that's sad. If that's an accurate study, that's sad to me that, their parents are only talking to their kids for 8 minutes. I'm constantly talking to my kids off and on, and it drives them nuts sometimes, but you know what? I don't care. I'm going to keep them involved, and yeah, we talk a lot more, and it is frightening and sickening and saddening. I don't think that's a word, saddening, but I'm going to use it anyways. It's saddening. The things that Alex tells me goes on at school. The things he hears people talk about, the things, kids are doing, with like sex, drug use, alcohol, all those things. And we're talking about, so I'm trying to think of the age. So these are 12 to 14-year-olds in that age group. Is, the main group that I'm talking about. Because I think that once kids get older, they, the older they get, the more freedom and privacy I think they should be allowed to have. Now, I'm going to have to turn my camera around. I realized I was recording in vertical and not horizontal. And although I can switch it, it's easier to yeah, so I just switched really quick. And then I realized, because I was like, where's my trash can? I need to grab my trash can. And I realized I don't even have any of my cover minders out. What am I thinking? So I'm going to grab a couple of them because y'all know I'm like the queen of cover minders. So I gotta have my cover minders. I just got this one new. I'm going to use it, but I probably will sell it. And I got 2 of them. These are ones I won't get ever again because I found them at the thrift store. So, these are like a once in a, So this one says sunshine on it. See that? Is that not cute or what? And it's like got a wavy top. It's a little trash can. See, I already got some drills in there. You see those drills down there? Yep. And it also, so like, let's say you want to keep your drills all nice and neat in there or whatever, for whatever reason. So in between your sessions, it has a little cork. Stick the cork right in there and then voila, your drills won't fall out. Anyways, I thought it was really cute. And the other one says Tiny Kisses, and it has a heart. Sorry, I didn't mean to just hit my camera. Has a little heart on it. Isn't that cute? And it has a cork as well. Let me get this on here, and then I'll continue. So I got my little trash can. I think I'm going to put this other ones that I got. I got this little cute squirrel. Look at this little guy. I mean, really? So he'll be up for sale too. Again, he's one that can't get again. You know, these ones they're like finds. They're the fun finds. Okay, and then I got this one, and this is a little, it's like a little Russian nesting doll, I think that's what they're called. How cute. How cute. I know a lot of people collect those. So, these are all 3D ones. I also got this guy. He's kind of big, but I like him anyways. A little bunny. Anyways, okay, so I'm going to grab some of my other ones. I'm going to put on Bejeweled Wolf because I think this one is like absolutely gorgeous. Then let me get my tin of mine. These are my personal cover minders that I've kept for myself that I really like. Let's see, what do I want to use today? This is the one that I got that came with my cup that I got, and it was an earring, and I turned it into a cover minder, and I love it. It's super cute. I think I'll use that one today. I think I'll use my coffee cup. And my rock. See if my camera would like to focus. Isn't that gorgeous? Yes. Love it. And you know what? Because we're still in winter, I'm going to go with the snowflake. And I'm going to go with the sparkle. That will be good for now. Obviously, you don't need this many cover minders just to, you know, especially because I don't even have a cover that I need to hold back. But it's just fun to have them out. They're cute. They add like personality, and yeah, they're just fun to look at, I think, anyways. And I know a lot of people would definitely agree with that. So, well, don't magnet. Go to the wrong one. Just quit it. Quit it. There. We're all magnetized except for one. Ooh, jeez. Nobody can say my magnets aren't strong. Did you see that? Jumped on the... It's like... It's attacking the wolf. It's attacking the wolf. And then I just lost the magnet to the squirrel. The squirrel stole my other magnet. Just like a squirrel, isn't it? Just like a squirrel. And then we're going to get this nice gorgeous snowflake down. I was surprised this one, I still have this one actually. I mean, I only have one of those left, but it's so pretty. So pretty. Alright. Now we're going to move these so that I have my room for my tray. I have way too much fun with, like, my cover minders, moving them around, like, which ones do I want to use? Yeah. Way too much fun. Okay. As I was saying, my computer turned off because wasn't touching it. Anyways. So I was talking about the age group right now. So in between 12 and 8, you know, is this major age group because the older kids get, yeah, the more I think they should have privacy. But I don't think that they should really, I'm not sure at the age. I really think that kids should then get privacy on their phones to an extent. I think any time really that a parent feels necessary to go in and look at their kid's phone, they have every right to do so. So in the beginning, when she starts talking about the things kids are doing at such a young age is scary. It is really scary at, you know, the things that kids are willing to partake in. And I mean, I didn't know half of what most of the kids know now. When I was a kid, like, it wasn't even a thing, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it was, but nobody really talked about it, and it wasn't, it just amazes me, the things my son says he hears at school. It does. It absolutely baffles my brain. And really actually makes me really irritated and scared for, like, his innocence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you can only protect them so much. But luckily, Alex, he's a good kid, and he does talk to me. We talk a lot about, what goes on at school, and choices, being made, and like all those things, because it's really important, because kids don't have, their brain it's scientifically proven that a kid's brain is not developed enough to make decisions for the future. Like, they don't think out like that. They think of right now, here, like, and so that's really scary too, if you think about, like, a lot of stuff. So anyways, but we're not going to go down that road. We're going to go back to, do you think that kids have a right to have privacy on their phone? Or do you think that the parent should be able to just go into the phone whenever they please and read whatever they feel they need to read? So yeah, I'm just interested in what other people think. I think that this person is right in saying, like, the kid does not own that phone. We own that phone. As parents, most parents are the one that has bought the phone for the kid. They're paying for the phone for the kid. And in today's world, the phone is going to have more information about their kids than most things. Now, luckily, at my stage with Alex, he's not that way. He uses his phone, but he doesn't really text. He calls when he talks to his friends. They call each other. If he messages them, or they message back and forth, it's usually on Instagram. He went through a major phase in 6th grade and 7th, like the beginning of 7th grade, where when he was messaging all the time, on Instagram. And I was reading, he knew that I would come in and I could read any messages whenever without any warning. And, I better not find cussing. I better not find inappropriate behavior, talk, all that kind of stuff. And, so my stance on this is, yeah, you have a right as a parent to go in and see what your kid is doing on their phones at this age. From 12 to 14, absolutely, I think you have a right to go in. There is no privacy when you are that age in that respect, because that is their world. And if you want to know what's really going on in your kid's world, you gotta know what's going on their phone. You know what I mean? And it is scary to, like, this, person says about the things she sees. I mean, gosh, kids are sexting at this age. They're sending, nude or half nude pictures. And luckily, like, me and Alex, we do have a very open relationship, and we talk a lot about stuff. And we were talking the other day, like, about how like, porn addiction is such a thing, and he didn't even know, like, that it was a thing. He was like, what? People are addicted to it? Yes, absolutely. A lot of men get addicted to porn. And, that can start out really young. Like, really young. Younger and younger, it seems. And so this, first of all, it made me want to go and check my kid's phone, which there was nothing on it. I don't check his phone very often because I don't feel the need to. Now, if he had a girlfriend or something, you better believe I'm going to be reading their messages more, because, yeah, I want to know what's going on. But he, there's just, he's a good kid right now. I'm not naive. I'm not going to say he's not going to do anything he shouldn't do or anything, but at this point in time, I don't feel like it's a huge thing. I don't agree with the thing where she said to not. Now, this is in the case of most kids. Now, there are some kids that's probably the case, but where she says not to let your kid go on their phone behind closed doors, like, that is where, to me, anyways, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with my kids going into their room with their phones, and watching whatever they're, they know what they're supposed to watch and what they're not supposed to watch. And, we have, like, parental guides on things and stuff, but, I don't have an issue with that. I think that kids at that age, they want to be independent, and I don't think, like, telling them, no, you can't go in your room and use your phone. Like, I don't want them out here using their phone all the time. I don't want to listen to their games and, and everything they do on their phones. Like, nope. And I'm okay. I trust him enough. At this point, he hasn't given me a reason not to trust him with his phone. If he did give me a reason not to trust him, we'd be in a different situation. But that's not, we haven't had that issue. The other thing is with the phone, I think with, which part was I talking about? Oh, the eating dinner as a family. I think that's great. I think it's important. I think that if you're eating dinner as a family, phones should not be at the table. Like, they shouldn't be. Even me, like, I don't take my phone to the table, and I don't care if it's, like, unless it's an emergency, like a true emergency, there's nothing that can't wait 20, 30 minutes while you eat dinner. It's kind of like the car thing when they say there's nothing that's that important that you can't wait till you get to your destination. It's the same thing at dinner time. Like, and all the phone does at dinner, if you have the phone at the table, even, it's going to distract you. Like, even if you're not on it and it's just sitting there, it's going to distract you. And so I think that that's important, not take your phone to the dinner table. I think it's rude, actually. Not just that I think, yeah, that's a time that is important to interact with your kids, but I think it's just downright rude, regardless if you have kids or not, if it's just even friends going to dinner. I think it's rude when they sit there on their phones. Like, it's like, no, we're having, face-to-face interaction here. Put the phone away. You're not going to die, like, without your phone. You will be okay, I promise. It's just, it gets to me because, I don't know, I know in my high school, cell phones were just beginning to be a thing that, were common. There was definitely no texting or anything like that. And it was not, the cell phones were like nothing like they are now. Nothing. And I do think it's important to give your kids guidelines where it's like, yeah, you need to turn your phone off. Like Alex, his phone needs to be off at 10 o'clock because he needs to go to bed. And I don't want him laying in bed with his phone and all of a sudden it's 1 a.m. Because I know I've done that. Like, you lay on your phone, you get into something and all of a sudden you're like, shoot, it's late, no, and I don't want that him because he has school and he's growing and, and so he has to have his phone off by a certain time. And that I think is important. I don't think you should let your kid just go into their bedroom at night and be on their phone until 1 a.m. or something, talking to their friends, watching videos, playing games, shopping, whatever it is that's their thing. Doesn't need to happen at night. And if you have to, take it away at night. But, like in our situation, Alex uses his phone for an alarm clock. So if I took his away, I just go and have to get him an alarm clock. And he was like, I don't like that. Like, well, don't do anything to get your phone taken away. Because there was one point he got grounded. It wasn't for anything he did on his phone. It was just like, that's kind of the go-to because that's his thing, his phone. He doesn't want to lose his phone. Or any electronics for that matter. And so we had taken his phone. So yeah. Anyways, let me open this back up here because there was another little point I wanted to talk about. Okay. So about the point where she says, that parents blame the school or tell the school they're lying, like, oh, my kid would never do that or whatever. Yeah, that's just being naive. Like, it really, really is. Like, you can't, as teenagers, you can't say my kid would never do, like, because you don't know. You just don't know. You don't know what goes on in their head. Like, even the best relationships that people have with their teenagers, like, still, no. And so I feel like working with the school, now I know some school districts or schools themselves are not the best. I have an issue. Our school doesn't discipline enough. Like, I think that when kids do something, there's got to be real consequences so that they learn, oh, I shouldn't do that again. You know what I mean? And I don't think our school or the school my son goes to punishes enough. Alex has been in trouble a couple times. He is one of those kids who's like, he's the class clown. He's going to goof off and do stupid things. And he's never been in like big trouble or anything, but he's been in trouble where I'm like, so what's going to happen? Well, no, we just talked to him. What? Are you kidding me? Like, no, there needs to be something. And Alex tells me, like, kids fight, like, physically fight in the halls, and they do nothing. Like, they don't, it's just, like, a common occurrence, and kids aren't getting in trouble, and that's just wrong. So I think that schools need to have more of a discipline in place and stick to it. With all sorts of different things. Bullying, fighting, cheating, all that kind of stuff. Kids need to have real consequences so that they understand that in the big bad world, they can't go out and do these things. Like, they're not going to get somebody that's like, okay, well, we'll let it go this time. Nope, not at a job. You cheat or do something at a job, that's a big deal. Your butt's fired. Like, it's not just like a little slap on the hand. And I'm not saying they need to be like, oh, suspended or anything big, but they do need consequences. Alex, he got kicked off the bus because him and his friends got into this war with Axe body spray and some other stuff. There was a kid, I guess, that had kept spraying them. So him and his friends came ready one day. Well, his friends did. Alex didn't bring anything, but that didn't stop him from joining in with their friends. Anyways, the bus driver ended up having to go to the hospital because he had an asthma attack. And I talked to Alex, and I'm like, I know you didn't mean to hurt anybody. I know that, like, this, seems like such a little thing, but it's not. Like, big things happen that start from little situations. People don't mean to do things a lot of times, but things happen, and there's real consequences for it. And so anyways, but he got kicked off the bus, and I'm like, so who does that teach? Who does that even punish? That punishes me. Because then I got to get my butt up and dressed in the morning and take him to school. And then I got to go back and pick him up from school. And you know what that gives him? An extra half hour to sleep. Like, what? No. So I told him he could walk halfway to school. And I'd drive him part way. And he didn't want to do that. So I said, okay, you can clean the house for 2 hours then, because that's your choice. You don't want to do, walk a few blocks. You can clean the house for 2 hours. He chose to clean the house. Okay, whatever. And he didn't like it because that was the worst. It took way longer. It would only took him like 10 minutes to walk from where I was gonna have him walk from, if that. And so, it's just all in like the discipline of the school. And I was talking to their vice principal, and I'm like, how does that punish him? Like, it's not getting kicked off the bus is not a punishment. I don't think. I mean, yeah, they want to be with their friends and stuff, but it's not big enough deal, especially since then, yeah, he gets to just go, doesn't have to leave quite as early. But moving on from that, let's see, where else was I going to go with this? Working with the school with things, I think it's really important to, one, give them a break. Look at what they're dealing with every day. I mean, oh my word. I couldn't imagine being a middle school teacher or administrator, because they are like at that point where they don't know who they are, and they're trying to figure it out and expressing it all different sorts of ways. And oh my gosh, it takes a special person to work at a middle school or junior high. Just saying. And so, yeah, I think working with them is huge. Being active in your kid's school career is a good idea. It helps, I think, a lot, keeping them on track. Our school has a thing called Power School, and it's a app that I can go in and make sure he's got all of his homework done, and I can check his grades and his test scores and all of that stuff. And I think that's awesome because it keeps parents involved and proactive, and it's not a ton of like extra work. You don't have to go in and talk to the teacher every week. No, you just look on the app, and that's great. I do talk to his teachers. I do, make sure he's keeping up with what he should be keeping up with. And any ways that we can help him, like he's having a hard time in math right now. And his whole life, math has been really easy for him. So now all of a sudden that it's not, he's just kind of like, well, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to give up. I'm not even going to do it. Well, that was his attitude. We've talked about it since. And, it's like, there's no shame in asking for help. There's no shame in saying, I don't understand this. Can you please help me? Because then you learn and you grow, and it's a good thing to ask for help, because it does, not only you're going to get the help you need, but it pushes you out of your comfort zone a little bit, at least for him it does. For me, I didn't really mind asking my teachers for help if I needed it, or a friend. Ask a friend, even, like, if you're more comfortable with that. You have friends usually in the same class and all that, and somebody usually is going to know what's going on. I had to get a drink. Hold on. I do kind of like it. I think it's worded weird how she says it's your job to get in your child's way. I agree with that concept, but I think she worded it a little off for me anyways, because it kind of, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I just thought it sounded kind of weird wording it that way. But it's the matter of the fact that it's true. It is our job to get in their way. It is our job to be involved. It is our job to know what's going on in their lives, to keep track of what's going on in their lives, who their friends are, who they're hanging out with, what they're doing, on the phone, what they're doing off the phone, like, all that good stuff. And I think it comes a point when they're at a certain age that I do think they should start getting more and more privacy. But at 13, nope, not happening. Sorry, dude. Like, you can have your privacy when you like change and like that kind of stuff, but when it comes to who you're hanging out with, what you're doing, what you're using your phone for, what you're doing on the internet, what you're doing, what games are you playing, what movies are you watching, what shows are you watching, like all of that stuff. It is our job to know those things, because we're the ones that are supposed to be supervising them. Like, I don't understand some parents that just like kind of let their kids just do whatever they want, and then they wonder why their kids are the ones that are getting in trouble. Well, they haven't had any guidance, they haven't had any rules or guidelines or anything. It just blows my ever-loving mind. I don't get it. I can't find the color I want. Don't you hate that? And I lost the sticker for this painting, so I copied the legend and printed it in black and white because I didn't have any colored ink. And so now, like, normally I would be able to look at the color on the little tag, the little label. Like, typically the color would be right here. See, right here, but it's not because it's black and white. So that does me no good at all. Okay, I'm just gonna look at this. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Please go back. Sorry, I just, accidentally went out of the thing. Alright, here it is. Okay, what else was I gonna say about that? So eating dinner, checking their devices. She says that, the 3 ways to get in your kid's life, checking their devices every single day. I think that's overboard unless you're having an issue with your child. I think it's better to do it once in a while, more of a surprise, because otherwise they're gonna know. Like, if you do it every day, they're gonna know when you're gonna do it, and all they're gonna do, they're gonna go in there, delete anything they don't want you to see. If you just all of a sudden be like, hey, let me see your phone. That's what I did after I read this from my mom. My mom is the one that sent this to me. She works in an elementary school, but she sent this to me, and I literally read it, and then I went in and I was like, let me see your phone, because I haven't checked it in a long time. I don't think I've checked it in like 6 months, to be honest with you. And so I was like, let me see it. And so, yeah, and then I read in that, and he even agreed with some of it, not all of it, but he agreed with some of it. And then that's it. When we did that, or when I talked to him about it, it opened up more doors for me and him to have that conversation about, what's going on. What are you using your phone for? It brought up the topic that we were able to talk about it. Not just him, but his friends and all that stuff, and why he doesn't really care for a lot of social media anymore. He feels like it's stupid because it's all just a way to get self-gratification for, like, you post something and you're like, ooh, I wonder how many likes I'm going to get, kind of a thing. So he's not into all that right now. Now, he loves YouTube, though. That's probably his main source of entertainment. He watches, like, gaming videos and stuff like that. So he definitely likes that aspect of social media. But when it comes to, like, Instagram and stuff like that, he doesn't really use it. He was doing it with with Jack for a while there, and that was cute and fun. But he hasn't done that in a while, so I'm like, why? It would be fun. Jack's such a cute little kitty. And then Maddie was doing Maya and Lincoln, and now Maya passed away and Maddie's just doing Lincoln. But we were thinking about doing, like, I don't know, I was thinking about maybe doing like a TikTok of Lincoln or Eli or something. Eli is the dog that we bring over and kind of like foster for short periods of time, basically. he has an owner and everything. It's my good friend's dog. Anyways, yeah, he comes over and he plays, and him and Lincoln play non-stop. Like, it's funny too because they'll be tired, so they'll be like on the couch together, and then they'll start playing, but they'll play in like this low-key, like I'm exhausted kind of a manner, and it is hilarious. But they always have to be playing with each other. Um, they have been best friends for pretty much since Lincoln was a pup, because Stephanie brought Lincoln home and fostered him when he was only 5 weeks old, you guys. He was so tiny he could fit in your hands. Like, he was just this tiny little itty bitty thing. And now he's 75 pounds. Oh, gracious. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. Okay, so yeah, I don't think that's, really necessary. And then she says the third thing is to create opportunities for them, experiences, take them places, do things with them, because yeah, it does get their brains working, so they're gonna learn, they're gonna develop, they're gonna emotionally grow, all that good stuff, and yeah, it does help your grow your relationship with them. Spending time with your kids is important. Doing things, Maddie just expressed a interest in learning how to cook. I bake. I don't like to cook. Cooking is not my thing. But she showed interest in wanting to cook, so I am going to start teaching. We did something super easy. She made macaroni and cheese last night for everybody. And I kind of just talked her through the basics, and then she did it. So we had macaroni and cheese and peas last night. And tonight she made grilled cheese. So she is wanting to learn how to cook. So I'm going to be teaching her how to do that. Now, I will definitely still do some baking because that's my thing. But yeah, she also got our food dehydrator out so that she could make some jerky. She made some doggy treats. She took hot dogs and cut them up. I did that when we first got the dehydrator, and then I kind of forgot about it. So it's been sitting in the cupboard for quite a while. So she took lunch meat and hot dogs and cut it up and laid it in there, and it made it kind of like a jerky for the dogs. So yeah, which is nice too, because hot dogs are great to train with because they love them. They're considered like a gold training treat. But you get it all over your hands and ugh. But if you put them in the dehydrator, takes all that moisture out, and it makes it like more of a jerky, and it's like you can break it and stuff, and it works really good, and the taste is still there, so they're gonna still love the taste. So I do apologize. And that's about it, you guys, on my thoughts on the subject. I know it's kind of all over the place, not very organized, but that's kind of how I am. So yeah, but yeah, I'd like to know what your guys' opinions are and what your thoughts are about cell phones and kids and privacy, and if they deserve to have privacy or do they not deserve to have privacy on their cell phones. So, as I was going to say, I do apologize for not getting the Whip It Wednesday video out yesterday. That one is going to come out today as well. If it hasn't already, I'm not sure. But, yesterday, it just got away from me. We'll just say that. I was trying to get ahead in my orders because I need desperately to do inventory on everything. I have so much stuff that's not even listed yet. And I've had Etsy or possibly me, I don't know where the error happened, but where somebody's went to buy something and it's like that's sold out. Like, what? And the majority of those things happened during Mrs. Coffee's live, when she did the live for Maddie's making the charity live for Maddie getting her service dog. And so many people ordered within a 24-hour period. I think it like glitched Etsy's system because I had quite a few things that people bought and it was sold out. And it was like, I think so many people bought things within not only the 24-hour period, but just literally like during Mrs. Coffee's live. But in 24-hour period, I got 68 orders. I think it kind of just like messed it up. But anyways, so I need to go through and do inventory, and I need to, I'm also making like a new schedule kind of for myself. Hold on. So I'm making a new schedule. What letter is that? T. For myself with work and stuff. Instead of just kind of how I have been doing it, where I'm just like, basically I'm working all the time here and there, unless I'm eating or sleeping or, you know, maybe doing something outside or with the kids or with the dogs or whatever, or doing errands. But yeah, so I decided I'm going to have more of a set schedule to where, like this week, I've been doing it, where basically when I get up in the morning, like when Alex leaves for school, I can get up, take the dogs out, you know, get them breakfast, and then I can start working from there. And I can work until my husband gets home from work, which is about 3 o'clock, unless like I have everything done, but I don't think that will be the case right now because I have you know, constant orders coming through, and then like I said, I need to do some inventory. I still want to get there's a lot I want to get listed that I haven't gotten listed yet, so there's a lot that needs to be done. And then I think what I decided, because I really haven't been taking many days off. Like, I've just been going, and it's been exhausting. As much as I love the job, I still really do. I really enjoy getting, like, you know, all the packages together and, like, making the cover binders. I don't particularly love the paperwork side of it because it's just like sitting there pushing buttons on your computer. But, yeah, I totally lost my train of thought. I hate when I do that. It's because it's like the middle of the night. Because that's when I record a lot of times, y'all. Don't judge me. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, so I'm going to set that work schedule. But yeah, I haven't taken, like, I think I've taken one day off in the last, like, 6 weeks or something. Yeah. So I need to make sure I am getting a day off a week. So I'm going to start taking, I think, this isn't set in stone, but I think I'm going to start taking Sundays off. I haven't decided for sure just because I have my live on Saturday. But what I think I might do is I might just start getting those, the things that I'm going to show listed before the show, like right before, or I can just list them and not activate them until the next day or something. I don't know. We'll see. But, so if I took Sunday off and the store would still, like, be open, you could still go in and, like, make orders and everything. It's just I wouldn't answer messages. I wouldn't do any, you know, cover binder making or filling of orders, stuff like that. And so I think that's kind of what I'm gonna kind of implement, because I think it's important. And the shop has taken off so well, which is amazing. And I love it. And I'm so thankful. And because of that, like, I want to do my absolute best. And I want to give you guys my absolute best. I want to get your, orders out as soon as possible. And so, yeah. Sorry. Hold on a second. My daughter needs me. Okay, sorry. She was up, dealing with her blood sugars, and so she needed some help really quick. Anyways, I don't remember where I was talking about because it's been a little bit, dealing with her, helping her out, and so I'm back, but I don't remember what I was talking about. We discussed the cell phone thing, and then I was talking about, so yeah, my WIP at Wednesday video didn't get out, so I am going to put that video out, today, because I'm like, you know what, I'm still gonna do it. I've got everybody's, WIP. I don't want to just not do it. So I'm actually gonna do a WIP It Wednesday on Thursday, y'all. I mean, it could be worse. I don't care. I'm doing it. Anyways. So I don't know if I'll have a video out Friday, but I do, as always, go live on Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you've never been to one of my lives, the beginning of the live, we just do, chit chat, hang out, do stuff, fun stuff, talk, yada yada. And then I want to say about the last half hour of the live, I show you guys any new product that I have, or if I've got like things back in stock. And you guys basically get first pick. So I think this is what I was talking about. Oh, I remember what I was talking about. I was talking about the days off and having like Sunday off. So what I was thinking was I could go and I could put all of the listings in there and just not activate them until after my live. And then all I would have to do is go in and hit activate, and then that's it. And then I could take the next day, which would be Sunday, off. And I think that'll work out. I think that'll work out pretty good. So, but Sunday, I am going live with Crashly. If y'all don't know who that is, come check us out. I will link her channel below in the description box. But yeah, it's gonna be really fun. So she started doing, it's almost like a talk show kind of a thing on Sunday during her live. Rather than just sit and talk and, do what we do, she's having like a guest on or something. So like last week, oh shoot, I don't remember his YouTube channel. I just remember his name, Elliot. That's all I can remember. I don't remember what his YouTube channel is. Anyways, they were on, and it was so funny. They were doing a drawing challenge, and they had to draw Baby Yoda, and it was really, really funny. Like, in the last round, they only had 30 seconds to draw him. It was really funny. Like, I was crying. I was laughing so hard. Yeah. We were gonna do like a karaoke thing or something, but I was like, I don't know. My voice keeps dying lately from the acid reflux stuff, so I was kind of like nervous to do that, and so we were talking about it, and we're like, let's just do something else. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do. But I told her, I'm like, I'm pretty much like an open book. I just and I don't get embarrassed that easily. Sorry, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm just messing you up all over, guys. I smacked you with my forehead, and then I went to, like, move it, and I hit it with my hand. I did not mean to. Look how pretty those colors are. Can't get over it. I can't get over it. I was thinking about adding some sparkles to her dress. What do you guys think? Because I think that would look really cool. It would make her dress just pop out that much more and be that much more gorgeous. Her dress and the snow leopard are like the reason that I like the first edition so much more than the second one that they came out with. It's pretty. Don't get me wrong. It is pretty, but I do like this one more. And a lot of people are working on this one right now. This one is definitely like the popular one to be doing at the moment. My goodness. Oh, I usually don't yawn this much, but I'm just exhausted tonight, I guess. I don't know. I know it's the middle of the night, but typically I'm like up in the middle of the night and it doesn't affect me that much. Sometimes it does, but most of the time I'm fine and I'm not like sitting here yawning. And I did sleep some because I fell asleep on the couch. And so I did sleep a little bit, just not a lot. But yeah, I know this video has been like all over the place, you guys, and I'm sorry, but that's kind of how my WIP and chats always go. So if you watch me very often or you watch and like my WIP and chats, bless you. Because I know they're all over the place. It's, it's a little squirrely, kind of like I got my little squirrel here and he's helping me be all squirrely. Not that I need help with being squirrely. Not at all. I can't wait to get to her face. Like, I really, really can't. Nana was at her face and last night during her live, and it was like, oh. And she was saying something about that she was like, I don't know, something about not liking it as much or something until she got to the face, and then she was just like, freaking out on how beautiful it was and how beautiful she is, which she is. Her face is just, it's stunning. I've got a ways to go before I get to her face though. But that's okay. It's okay. I am going to make time more for diamond painting. The reason I haven't too is like if I'm taking a break from working, I'm like, I don't want to take all my stuff off my desk to put my painting on there and work on it. So I'm like, you know what? I could even put it on the coffee table if I wanted to. That's how I used to do it. I used to work on the coffee table all the time before I got the desk. Which I love my desk, by the way. It's at Michael's. I think they have it at Hobby Lobby too, the same one. And it's like $204, but I had a 50% off card, and then I had a gift card from Christmas, so or no, was it my birthday? I think it was my birthday that I got the gift card for. Yeah, I think it was. So I ended up paying like $20 or something like that out of pocket. Good deal. Was a good deal. Especially because I use it pretty much every single day. Like, I'm in this chair, sitting here doing something. But yeah, I'm bummed because I could have been so much farther on this piece. But I just didn't work on it. After I didn't want to move everything. I was being lazy. Lazy. Isn't this wolf gorgeous? I just love it. So pretty. Hoping to be able to get more next week. But I can't get that. I won't buy that one unless it's on sale, because if I do, I would have to up the price so much just to make a little bit of profit. And it would seem ridiculous even, yeah. And so if it's not on sale, that's how I try to keep, you know, my prices as low as I can, because I try to get stuff when they're on sale. There we go. Can't take my eyes off of you. I need you, baby. And if it's quite alright, I need you, baby. Do you guys know what movie that's from? Do ya? Well, if you guessed, 10 Things I Hate About You was on the other day, and I watched it. And I love that movie. It's so cute. But I was so sad this time because the first time I've seen it after he passed away. But it is a hilarious movie. So, and I like Julia Stiles. I really liked her in Save the Last Dance. That's a good movie. I just think that, like, I don't know, movies seem to be, and maybe this is just because, like, of my age, but movies seem to be so much better in, like, the 90s. You know, like the late 90s movies, like 1995 to 2002-ish, like those movies were better. I swear. They had more plot to them. It was like the characters had more like in-depth characters. Like, I don't know. There was just something different. The plot was usually great. There it is. I was like, I just saw it. This section didn't take me all that long, you guys, because, you know, it's just her dress, so it's not a ton of colors. Not too much confetti. There it is. Anyways, but yeah, so I am, what are we at? We're about 53 minutes in, so I think we are going to end it here, because I am getting tired, and I'm starting to space out a little bit here. And I'm almost done with this section. Anyways, I'm just going to finish the little blue area, and then I think I'll come back and do the little pink spot right here tomorrow. I am caught up on all my orders, so I think that I'll be able to sit and diamond paint for a while tomorrow. Yay! You know, it's funny when I go a couple days without diamond painting and then I do it again. I enjoy it so much that it's like, it's such a stress reliever for me. Like, it takes my mind off of like the everyday, you know, hustle and bustle, so to speak. But no, seriously, it does. It really does help me kind of just take my mind off of things and escape into it. I know there was a 4. I just saw it. Where did it go? There it is. I don't mean a number 4, like I meant like 4 in a row. You ever do that? You pick up like so many drills and you're like about to go lay them down and you're like, where'd that spot go? I knew it was here. I pity the fool who can't find that spot. That was lame. That was lame. And I bet if my daughter didn't have her headphones in, she'd agree. She's trying to get back to sleep, so another reason that I'm going to go, so I can get her, make sure her blood sugars are good now, and get her off to sleepy land again. So, I am going to say goodbye, but don't forget, as always, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and you are loved more than you know. So with that, keep on shining, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already and would like to subscribe, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and the bell icon to be notified when I put up a new video.